Deuteronomy 15 gives instructions about economic justice and compassion in Israelite society, centered around the concept of the Sabbath year, which occurs every 7 years. 1. Debt cancellation. Every 7th year, creditors are to cancel the debts of fellow Israelites. This release is a reminder that everything belongs to God, and it's a way to ensure that poverty doesn't become permanent. Foreigners' debts do not need to be forgiven, but among Israelites, debt cancellation is required. God promises to bless the nation if they obey this law, assuring them that there will be no poor among them if they live according to His commands. 2. Care for the poor. God commands generosity toward the poor. The people are not to be hard-hearted or tight-fisted, but open-handed and willing to lend freely. They are warned not to withhold help simply because the year of debt release is near. Generosity is tied to God's blessings. The more they give, the more He will bless them. The verse, "There will always be poor people in the land," v.11, reminds them to continually show kindness and never ignore those in need. 3. Release of Hebrew slaves. If a fellow Hebrew becomes a slave due to poverty, they are to be released after 6 years of service. When released, they should not be sent away empty-handed, but provided with generous gifts from the flock, threshing floor, and winepress, acknowledging that the Israelites themselves were once slaves in Egypt and were redeemed by God. If a servant loves their master and chooses to stay, a ceremony marks this permanent relationship. 4. Firstborn animals. The chapter ends by reminding the Israelites to dedicate every firstborn male of their herds and flocks to the Lord. These animals are not to be used for work or sheared, but eaten before the Lord in a special celebration. However, if the animal is blemished or has a defect, it must not be sacrificed, though it can be eaten like ordinary meat.